I'm back, man. Part two of my mythology build, you feel me? And for y'all that didn't catch the first one, you know the mythology build. I'm telling people what mythology really means is original content and current and how a connection to a people, you know what I'm saying, to the people, period. Because it gives them the lessons and the stories that's, from the stories that's been told, right? So I want to go down a list of some people that I acknowledge as griots. KRS-One, for example, De La Soul, uh, Tupac, you know what I'm saying, which is my favorite griot. The reason why I like the Tupac and the favorite, he'd be one of my favorite griots because slickly, he literally was dropping jewels about history and all type of stuff in his rap. And a lot of the times it went over people's heads. And it's like he was telling you who he was, you know what I'm saying? He was giving you the heart of the people. Dear mama. For anybody that ever loved their mama, you know what I'm saying? When you listen to that song, it talk about the beauty of taking care of your mama. You know what I'm saying? Paying rents when the rents due. The diamond necklace that I sent to you. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we do for the Western. It touched the heart. This is what we call soul music. But even the music that we don't acknowledge, like people don't acknowledge as positives because they might find some negative content in their Western name. They still telling you about what goes on in the community, and it's still a lesson to be pulled out of their stuff. For example, we had a bill a while back with me, Montana, and my cousin, Droopy, and and we was talking about hip hop and all that type of stuff, and he was bringing out that one of the rappers had said I put a Molly in her drink and she ain't know that. Took her back to the crib and I fucked her and she ain't know that. So he like, how can you get something positive out of that? And I was explaining to him like, listen, he just gave you the game about any female that's out there and they trying not to get slipped or Mickey or anything like that. That this is how guys do that. So you don't leave your drinks around guys because this is how you get taken advantage of. Because they can put something in your drink, or you don't just grab no bottles from no person and just get the drinking out of it because you don't know what's in it. And when you don't know what's in something and you mess around and get drugged up, then you can be doing some things and don't know that. You feel me? That's the griot material. But if you don't get it, you don't get it. But those just trying to translate it need to translate it in a term where people can understand that it ain't just all bad. Now fast forward to Tupac, man, when he put that blasphemy, when he said return of the Pharaoh's kids, living legends, making millions off of shit we did, still bullshitting. Who's the Pharaoh kids? Black people, man. Before Egypt was conquered, that was black. That's where you get a lot of material that you get, man, from out of ancient Egypt, man. The very first concept of the Immaculate Conception was in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? The very first concept of the Father sitting in heaven and the Son on earth was in Egypt. Being baptized and a dove coming out of the sky and speaking, my son whom I'm well pleased with, was in Egypt. So we know that these things that these griots is telling the story about who he is. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that goes on, but we need to acknowledge our griots, man, because and acknowledge our stories when it's being told. And it just ain't for black people; it's for all people. We need to start understanding that these life stories, you know what I'm saying? Rather y'all say, oh, he glorifying negativity, man. These people was the CNN for the underground. They reporting what's going on. And that's what a griot do. He tells the story of the people. Whether you like it or not, they are telling the story of the people, man. They telling you what ticks a guy off when you do this and when you doing that. They tell you how it is when the person's struggling, what he got to do to struggle to get by. To live and under these harsh conditions requires harsh mentality sometimes. Not saying that it's justified or right, but you tell me what's right when you on the bottom end with no knowledge and no other hustle, no other come up. So let's acknowledge this stuff, man. I'm talking about we're gonna keep on talking about this griot thing because the griot thing is what's gonna pull us together. And once we start acknowledging it right, man, we gotta give props to all these rappers, man. Like I said, Kendrick defined this stuff, man. He made a song. They not like us, man. The people that's trying to oppress us, man, the people that's trying to detach us from our history, detach us from our culture heroes, not acknowledging them and elevating them to a spiritual level, man, these the people that don't want us to survive, man. That's the reason why they not like us. Because if somebody came and blazed a trail, you know what I'm saying? Any trail. as a protector. You know what I'm saying? Right? You said it was negative or positive, how he protected his family. As a protector of the family, as a leader of the community, as an entrepreneur, as a good father, a good mother, we need to tell these stories. They deserve to be honored as a culture hero. We follow every other people's cultures and we follow everybody other people's heroes and we don't acknowledge our own, and that's a problem. So we're going to get back to that. So again, I leave y'all as I came. One lives, many nations. I mean, one love, many lives, one nation, one struggle. I'm jacking my own saying up, but you know how I go. We from the hood, so we don't speak proper all the time, and we mess up. Players mess up, but we ain't even cutting it because it's raw. This ain't scripted. Peace to the gods and goddesses. One love.